Let's head to the crypto market now and see what's interesting right there. Bitcoin has been surging for some days, but then we saw that everything that has a beginning certainly has an end. But the market is still in extreme greed at 83 index point of 100. But let's look at the prices, the price of those coins at this time, or not this time, but about 30 minutes ago, just before the program started. We saw Bitcoin was going between 67, 68. In fact, I think that it got to 66 at some point, but we see that it's recovered a bit to 0.7 by 0.73% at $68,084 right there. Ethereum also, got to 4,000 sometime this week, but we see it at 3,693 right there. BNB also gained, Cardano also gained, as well as XRP. Now let's see the headlines for crypto at this time. Some of those top stories. We see that Bitcoin tumbled. That was one of the stories that we have. Can we have the other stories? There you go. JP Morgan says investors are buying gold and Bitcoin. And I know that gold is gold. Gold is gold globally. But is Bitcoin competing with gold? Well, I don't know. I wish that our guests would be able to say something about that. Then Bitcoin's correlation to Nvidia is strongest. And of course, Nvidia is captured, major mover for a couple of weeks of a NASDAQ, that's of the US market. Also, now we are seeing that they have a strong correlation. I wonder what that means. But let's have Olumide Adeshino join us now. Hi, Olumide. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Good. Please, what's the price of Bitcoin now? Because it was doing between 67, 66, 68 by the time I was coming. What's it at this time?
Yeah, last time I checked, I think it was around that price too. And that just tells you that the market is correcting itself. Bitcoin has been running the past couple of days. Yesterday, it actually hit its all-time high, close to 74K, before losing about $7,000. And that was prior to rumors that the US Fed might not cut interest rates in their next meeting. And that got highlighted with the latest inflation data reports in the United States. It recorded uptick. So it means that the US Fed might likely cool up. And, also statements from powerful financial capitals like James Diamond warning the US Fed not to take into their dovish optimism, also clouded the appetite for risk. So we're seeing that hitting the crypto market, and when Bitcoin stutters, the market really crumbles, and that's really why, despite the rally in meme coins and altcoins, we're seeing the market cooling right now. You spoke about the correlation between Nvidia and Bitcoin. Interestingly, you see Bitcoin's year to date is about 68%, and you look at Nvidia also, it's the best performing stock on the S&P 500, and it also has a return of over 70%. But market technicians will tell you that at some point it looks like it's at an overbought position. So we expect some retracement. And with this narrative that the US Fed seems to be cooling the appetite for risk, who knows the forecast of many critics that Bitcoin might fall below the critical support, as we see 68,000 to downwards of 65, then 60. But right now, you cannot beat the inflows coming from Bitcoin spot ETF at great volumes. And that's really what's propelling the Bitcoin rally right now. It's halving coming next month.
So when we talk about the price of Bitcoin, do you see a rally meeting a rally? I mean, I guess we're expecting a rally with a halving. So do we see that impact meeting the current rally? Or one cools down and gives some time before the next could pick up?
Yeah, so I think personally, I think what we're going to see in the coming weeks is that the Bitcoin and Bitcoin halving is really going to take the center stage, because it's really going to make it's more harder to mine the asset. The rewards will definitely become more difficult. So that really creates some form of value. And you really spoke of the fact that gold, known for the store value and being used by a lot of investors to hedge against fiat inflation, Bitcoin has taken that attention. So what really will make the difference is if traditional investors, particularly from trillion-dollar asset managers like BlackRock, Fidelity, Invesco, keep their buying pressure on the asset. And that's why, like they say, Wall Street has taken over the Bitcoin market. So I think the momentum is on their side. Any coup on that side definitely will send Bitcoin back to the room. But right now, I think it's still fair to say the bulls have the.
All right. Thank you so much, Olumide, for that. And I guess we'll also have to watch and see why JP Morgan is comparing the buying of gold and Bitcoin. But I mean, that's a conversation for another day. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you for having me.